Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Grizz Nation, what's going on? I am Chris Ingram.
And I am Evan Hayes.
And this is No Bluffin podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies, man. Welcome back. Glad to be back. Missed y'all last week. I had a lot going on with the fam here, and even with myself, and I could not make it. We was a little bit under the weather. I ain't want to be sounding like little Daryl on the mic, messing up y'all listening experience, so I apologize for that. But we back, man. We back. Me and Evan got a lot to talk about. I almost went to pop up one of just on a night last week and just say,
random Wednesday night show just to pop off on everybody, man.
Man, let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and knock it out the way and talk about these Grizzlies because there's a lot to talk about. But we're gonna cover it tonight or today. I'm sorry, we're recording this at night. But we got this a lot to talk about for y'all today. Before we get started, man, you know I got to check on my boy Evan, bro. How was your week? Tell me something good. Give me some good news, my guy.
It was a smooth week, my dog. Just got off of fall break. Fall break was cool, you know, tapping back in with the fam, seeing my people, just being in the beautiful city that is Memphis, Tennessee. So that's always good just to recharge my battery. You know, I feel like I needed that just emotional and physical recharge. So yeah, that was smooth. Now I'm back at the college house, you know, less than like 50-something days to graduate. Like, I have a sticky note on my desk that says December 13th, if y'all can read that, because that's my graduation date. So I have that like on my desk just to keep me a reminder when I'm doing my work. So yeah, just a pretty smooth week, man. I keep telling everybody, just chopping that tree. Just chomping on that tree. Eventually that junk gonna fall, and then, you know, it's been all good from there. So nothing much, bro. Just taking it day by day. I'm getting more into this whole master's program thing. I actually had my first meeting with my advisor the other day, which was pretty cool. I got added to my cohort, so I met some of my other communication specialist people. Something like 20-some of us in the cohort. So it's a small cohort, so I kind of like that, you know. Yeah. So yeah, that was good meeting those people. Definitely the youngest person in my cohort, so that's a little different. Definitely got some folk with kids and all that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. It's been cool though. How was your week though? First of all, I'm happy you and the fan feeling better. Number one, glad y'all. Besides that, you know, how was your week going on?
It was good, bro. It was me and the wife's anniversary, 5th wedding anniversary. So, yeah, we got to celebrate.
Give yourself some claps for that. Give yourself some claps.
Yeah. Gotta go. You know, throw that in there. Hard work, man. Hard work. It's hard, but it's fair. If you had a home, you wouldn't be there. I still don't understand what that means, but shout out to Coach Miller, my high school coach, for instilling that in us. Yeah, I still can't figure that one out, but it just sticks. So,
Wooddale at Southwind? Which coach was that?
He actually left Wooddale to coach at Southwind. So he was my coach for 2 years before I actually transferred to Wooddale. But yeah, man, good times. Good times with him for sure, man. We still got stories to this day we joke about. All my guys. So yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, bro, outside of that, we you know, parents got to come up to get the kids for a little while, so we had to get away and just man, if you got kids, you know. If you got one child, you know, but if you got two or more, you really know. So
yeah, two toddlers, two babies at the same time. Yep.
Man, the ones that hang off the wall like mine, yeah, you know. any
Never
chance
stops.
you get, bro, from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep. So that was good. The Grizzlies, you know, they back to playing ball, so that's always gonna be a good thing for sure. Yep. And like you said, man, just chopping that tree with health. You know, we've been talking about that for the last couple months. Just chopping at that, bro. Just trying to get myself to where I need to be physically, so I can be here for the baby. So I've been you know, knocking out goals with that. So yeah, man, I ain't got no complaints at all. I'm excited for what's to come. In life and outside of that, you know, just what we got to talk about in the sports realm. It's a good time right now, bro. So I'm excited, but you know, we missed last week, and I was prepared to come in here when we recorded last week to talk to you about this. but it didn't get a chance. And I know it's a week removed from it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I ain't tell you, I ain't prep. You know, sometimes I love not prepping you for anything. I love that.
always.
I get that raw, just raw reaction of whatever. Man, I gotta get your reaction of this situation. Now I'm gonna try to start doing this, popping our show open with stuff like this, maybe even dropping it within the show. But I gotta get your reaction to something that happened last week. Now, if I can get my screen, there we go.
You're stringing along. Like what is it, Chris? Because you're stringing along for the phone.
Let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it, brother. You tell me. Can you see my? Let's see. There we go. Come on, stream, y'all. Mess with me. There we go. I gotta get.
Oh, he put dudes. He put dudes address.
If you didn't see this,
this is okay. I'm gonna shut up.
Congratulations. We like to see this for the first time. It's hilarious. But if you have, I had to talk about this on the show. So everybody's pimp of the year, Sam Mitchell. Here we go.
I'm surprised coaches get a paycheck for this show. You know, I think like maybe you should do this pro bono, my friend.
You know, last time I looked at my check, it's pretty close. So hey, I'm taking donations. Why don't you come up off some of that money you got since you're over there bragging about it?
I'm not bragging about it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you rent your beach house out down in Florida during the hurricane? Or do I need to go on? How about your townhouse over in Buckhead?
Hey, what's going on here, Sam?
You want to call me out? I mean, come on.
I think
you screaming broke and hungry. Let's just see it. You know, I know what you have and where you live, young fella, so you need to stop.
I think we have snitches on the show today.
No, we don't have snitches. We have
Sam
truth tellers.
Mitchell.
We have truth tellers. So you're the one who crying poor and destitute up here. When do I need to keep going on further, more and more? Or do you want me to stop right now?
Go to this game between the Sacramento Kings
I done told
and the
you,
Golden
young fella,
State Warriors.
you're going to stop messing with me on national TV. I done told you about that. Hey, do I need to give out the address? Because you're not at home right now.
Bro, chill, bro.
Look at this. A game in Seattle,
yes.
Sam.
I miss that place. They should still have an NBA team. I love Seattle, one of the best NBA cities ever. They won a championship. The fact that they do not have a team, I don't understand it. That needs to be an NBA team in Seattle.
Well, for tonight,
Things got testy and awkward on the set of NBA Met Time lived during a
All right. I got it. I thought y'all was gonna show us the rest of the rest, man. Good God, what is happening with our show? There we go. Evan, bro, what happened? What was going on, bro? Like, do you think that was real? Do you think it was a real problem? Do you think it was fake? Like, what was
it was definitely smoke.
Because I saw it like about 30 minutes after it popped off. What happened, bro?
It was definitely smoke. I don't think Sam Mitchell or the other guys that good of an actor to just stage that up. Like, it was definitely smoke.
Yeah, bro.
If everybody got an old head uncle or an old head cousin or anything, you know, once you get them to their point, they don't got no filter and they'll pop off. So I feel like I wish I got the gentleman's name. On the other hand, I don't know that dude's name, but whoever that guy, Chris something, he got that experience face to face, hand on hand. You don't piss off Unc. And Sam Mitchell is a veteran in this game, in the sports game and the media games. He's been doing this for a little minute, so that's one dude you don't piss off. And then they didn't show the video where he put his address on live. Was that same dude? He put he said his address
that's
on
what
live.
I thought the clip. I thought the clip was gonna show that part. That might really say the address, bro. Like
he may be working for the mafia or something. Where's Sam Mitchell from? Look at where's Sam Mitchell from?
I need to know, bro. I feel like he from South Memphis, but you know, I may be wrong.
Like he from South Memphis.
When he got to point that finger, bro, let me tell y'all, for our white watchers and listeners, so our white brethren and sisters that are watching this and listening to this show, when an older black man gets to slinging that finger like this, just kind of back up, get out the way.
He charging up. He charging
take cover. He is powering up. Snap the dogs out of somebody.
Out of you.
He coming.
He from Columbus, Georgia. He from Columbus, Georgia. Okay. So whatever part of Georgia, the hood from Georgia, he probably
South Memphis or Georgia.
South Memphis like. So don't get Buddy hot. And he got Buddy hot, and he was ready to go right back to Georgia. He finna go read South Memphis on it. So I was dying. I was very concerned for the young brother's life for a second. I'm like, oh, Sam Mitchell finna get this man aired out on live television right now. But luckily nothing happened. But I was laughing my tail off. I ain't gonna lie to you. But as you know, like you said, for our Caucasian listeners, do not piss off a 50, 55, 60 plus year old black man like that. And bad things happen. So if you don't do it, you cool. But if you do it, I can't help.
If he start doing the finger, just go on call the police or something. They probably already called, but call him definitely. If he gets sick of that finger, you might well like just go on, get out the way, because
something gonna happen. Something about to pop off.
Go down. Yes, sir. Man, I had to go ahead and pop that on the show, bro. I was dying laughing. But we got a lot of topics to talk about this week, Evan, bro. When it comes to the news, man, we're gonna jump into it because we're gonna cover everything as possible when it comes to preseason. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the No Bluffin news, man. A lot to talk about, like I said. Let me make sure we get the volume right in the headphones, like the rapper say. We don't want to be too loud for y'all. We want to make sure y'all can hear our voice clear coming through your headphones or your wherever you listen to us at, man.
Is that new music?
Yeah, bro. We got some new,
okay.
First of all, hold on. We got new music. I had to. This ain't new, but I had to go ahead and rock my to start the season, bro. I got my. Hold on. Let me make sure I got.
Yeah, zoom out real quick.
Yeah. I can't really show the whole thing, but I got this rookie game jersey that I have never worn. It still got the tags on it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this joint as a namesake. Auction it off when he go 5-time champion MVP. I don't know. I might just keep it, man. I might just get Jada, get his signature on the joint and frame it on the wall. But yeah, we got new music. YouTube was player hating on us. I don't know for what reason, because I thought that music was not copyrighted, but it is what it is. We got some uncopyrighted music for y'all. So we're gonna keep it going. But number one, man, Scotty Pippen Jr. For those that have been on the Grizzlies rock, Scotty Pippen Jr. has been promoted to the main roster. He does have a official standard contract now with the Memphis Grizzlies. No more two-way, no more G League, no more Memphis Hustle. He's been promoted to the main roster. That he did reward him with a full roster spot on the team. Evan, when you got the news, man, just tell me, what you were thinking when you first heard it, and overall, just how you feel about the Grizzlies deciding to go ahead and congratulate him with that contract.
Well, yeah, first of all, shout out Scotty. Scotty Pippen, as we call him on the No Bluffin show, for finally getting rewarded a full-time contract. It was a lot of debate in Grizzly Twitter world about what should we do with that last spot. Should we give him on the a full contract, or keep him two-way? But I think the most important thing is congratulating the young man who's finally made a home in Memphis. I feel that's the most important thing, because he's had stops in LA and other places. But I always like to see a young man finally getting his home. But on my reaction, was I surprised? No. But did I want to see it? Also no. Like, I don't dislike Scotty. I don't dislike Scotty at all. He has played great for this team in the time that he's been given. He played great at Summer League. He's been a leader for the young guys on this team, because he is an older young guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he played a lot of years in Vandy. I think this is his third year of the league. But I still feel like we could have used that roster spot for something more, as you say, consolidate the roster a little bit better. Do I hate the move? I don't hate the move. I feel like we aren't desperate need for a better backup. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to watch this game right now. I don't think we're in desperate need
focus.
I don't think we're in desperate need for a backup point guard, but I still feel like we could have done something a little better. But at the end of the day, shout out Scotty for earning a full contract. He don't got to worry about how many games he can and cannot play, going by the South Haven. For his sake, I'm having fun. But as a Grizzly fan, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 6 on like being cool with it. I'm like 60% cool with it. The other 4% of me, I feel like we could have done something. But I know you finna pop off, so I want you to say what you want to say on it.
Man, it's funny. I put a tweet out earlier that day saying that they offered him the contract. I kind of got on my Yuki Island, bro, if you want to say. We're gonna talk about him in a second. But just watching the whole, how the preseason played out. Don't get me wrong, like, he played phenomenal game in the summer league. Like, so I never want to take that away from him. He dominated. He got robbed the summer league MVP. We all talked about that as well. The numbers he put up, the performances, winning games, things like that. But we always, for one reason or another, when it's people that we like, we will use the same excuses that we take away from other people, but we'll give it to the people that we like. And a lot of people, that love the Scotty fit, they were talking about, well, what he did in summer league. But what has he done in real NBA games when it's real NBA players next to him? And we'll take that away or use that same excuse for other people like Gigi or Vince or whoever. We've heard it before. Kenny Lofton, when he was here, he did it against the OKC G League team. Okay, all right, I got it.
Laravia. I'm not trying to get you mad, but
that's coming. That's really why I got the jersey on, because I'm finna get in the game, coach. It's finna go. I might be sweating when the time get done with this episode. But anyway, yeah, man, seeing him in the preseason next to a lot of the guys, not all the guys. We know we got the injuries out there, but a lot of the guys that he's gonna be playing with, it just wasn't what you wanted to see with, the new offense that the team has implemented. He played a lot of, it's the old style. It's slow the ball down, not really, moving the ball the way that we need to move with this new offense and with the pieces around him, especially on this second unit that we've had. I just wasn't really impressed, bro, with the preseason from Scotty. And so I get it. You got some spots that you needed to fill with having only 13 signed guys on the roster. But I was not excited with the move at all. If you were at a 6, man, I'm probably at a 3. Probably at a 3. I'm probably half that. And the reason being is just that, if Ja is out of a game, for whatever it may be, to rest, to, maybe, had a little nick and knack or whatever. I don't like how that looks. I just don't. I don't like how that looks.
Like you said, I'm not super knock on wood. Ja gets, hopefully he doesn't get him.
Nope, that ain't happening. Nope,
it's not happening. But in the slim chance that Ja wants to rest a game, if Ja wants to rest a game, I don't I hear Scotty Pippen Jr. getting called in starting lineup besides Desmond Bain and Jerry Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey and Marcus Smart. Yeah, they just I know you've seen some type of meme or something where everything fits in and just one thing that's sticking out. Scotty Pippen is that, and I'm not trying to talk down to Scott. Scott is an NBA player, right? He's not an NBA player, and I don't want anyone to misconstrue what we're saying. Scotty Pippen has proven he is a legit NBA player. Mm-hmm. But on the Memphis Grizzlies, is he right now? Is he the 14th guy to have a full contract on the Grizzlies? I just don't think so. And Chris agrees with me on that with what the Grizzlies have. So I'm not trying to take away from what Scotty has done, but he just hasn't shown enough to us to feel like he deserves that 14th spot, because we've shown, and let's say in the bizarro world where something happens to 12, we don't look the same. And obviously who looks the same without the best player, but it looks really bad. I would have hoped we got somebody that can, in those times that we don't have number 12 on the court, is the drop off.
Don't like the drop off.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
I just think, and that's why I know I know Chris gets tired because I bring up ties, but the reason I like ties so much is because the drop off wasn't as huge. Of course, Tyus Jones and John Morant, of course, are two completely different players. Obviously, Tyus Jones can't touch John Morant according to talent, but the drop off wasn't as big. I just don't see Scotty Pippen Jr. fulfilling that role that much. Even in the spurts where Ja gets tired, he's already, it may be a highly contested first half, and he's already played 19 minutes, and I need Scotty Pippen to close out the last 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter.
But he come out there turning the ball over, I'm gonna be pissed.
Am I super confident that he's not gonna, like you said, turn the ball over or force something? I'm not confident. I'm not saying he's undoubtedly is gonna do it. I'm also not confident he isn't at the same time. So, like I said, I don't hate the move, but I feel like we could have done a lot better with the resources and assets that we have.
Yeah. And I'll say this because, and we'll get off of this. I know a lot of people say, why y'all always talking about it? Not just us, it's just a conversation that happens, especially in Grizz Twitter. Why are y'all talking about somebody that's signed for the 14th roster spot? That's because I look at the team differently than you may do. And I'm not talking about you, Evan. I'm talking about to that person that was asked it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into some of this in a little bit. But I don't look at Jake Laravia and John Konchar as the 12th and 13th men. I look at them as 14th, 15th men. Yeah. And in between that gap of whoever your top 10 is, we need to at least have 2 to 3 that can, if any moment, like we talk about rest games, injuries, whatever the case may be, them guys can step in to fill, for the main guys. Yeah. And so you look at those. Let me stop because I'm gonna give away too much in my hand, but I'm gonna talk about the on this main segment. That's the reason why I've been a advocate of going to get Lonnie Walker. Before we even signed Luke Kennard, I was saying go get Lonnie Walker. He shot 40% from 3 last year. He ain't gun shy. He can do more. He's athletic. He will defend.
Put the ball on the floor. Yeah, all that.
He can create for himself, and he's 6'4". He's a combo guard, which I've been begging to get.
He can defend too.
I've been saying get a combo guard behind Ja for the last 3-4 years. Even when Tyus was here, I was saying a combo guard fits best. Somebody you can play next to him, not just somebody that can set him up. So anyway, bro, we're gonna get off of this, but as y'all can hear, we're not the most excited for the fit for right now. But I don't want that to take away and be misconstrued that we're not happy for Scotty Pippen Jr. and his family for fulfilling a lifelong dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that's known. Yeah, bro. Like, shout out to you. Yeah, for sure. It's just, could we could have waited a little bit?
A little longer. Like,
a little bit. Keep hope alive. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to move on, man. Y'all let us know in the comments y'all thoughts on the signing. We definitely want to hear from y'all for sure. Y'all are the best part of this show. Drop in the comments below for sure. So next we got the other signing that we got news about was the Grizz inking up Yuki Kawamura to a 2-way contract, which a lot of people didn't think was gonna happen. A lot of people was like, "No, man, he didn't. He too big to sign a 2-way." Double entendre coming.
That is crazy.
But shout out to Yuki Kawamura, bro. I was super impressed with what I saw from him in the preseason. What were your thoughts on just the whole Yuki experience? And your thoughts on him coming on as the next 2-way guy for the Grizzlies?
I may be in the minority and people are like, you're a hater. Like, I like Yuki. I like Yuki. I feel like
he finna start with love and throw some hate, y'all. That's what they do when they say it. He prep you for it. He give him a hug. He finna stab in the back. Go ahead.
Nah, like I like Yuki. I feel like he brings the vibe and energy to the team that another aspect that we may not have. He brings more Japanese fans to the team, like all that. Like him and Zach Edey just being in the same stratosphere of together is just great. I don't know, like I was impressed with what he's shown in the preseason. It just when I saw the news, I wasn't just like jumping up and down doing backflips over it too. Like I always had to think about the practicality of if we need to break the glass on emergency. Do I want Yuki to be my backup point guard? That's what I'm thinking about. He's great for South Haven, and he will spend most of his time in South Haven, and I feel like he's gonna be great for that. I feel like he's gonna run that team. He's probably gonna be the starting point guard in South Haven, so I feel like he's gonna run that team great.
If he's not something went wrong.
Yeah, if he's not something went wrong. I'm just trying to think of the practicality of it. If we have to see him playing in the FedEx Forum way more than we think, is that the guy that I want on the floor? That's what I'm kind of iffy about.
Why not? Tell me what your concerns are, and don't give me hype. Give me some action.
No. It's not even because he can pass the ball greatly. He can knock down the shot. I just don't see him affecting the game defensively the way that I would like my backup point guard to do. Because he's not even about a height thing. It's just when it comes to him putting switches, like all that, it's just I feel like that would be a more gaping hole that he'll be taking more away than what he gives on that end of the floor. Because he has great. He has great defensive instincts. He plays passing lanes very well. He's a very strong, like all that. I like you said with Scotty Pippen. Yeah. Against legit NBA people in game 37 of regular season, if we had to play, do I want him on the floor like that? Not really. If we has that's what I'm thinking about. He is valuable for what he can do. He's a very good shooter, very good passer, and all that. It just if we have to use him, am I really happy with him being on the court in meaningful minutes? I'm not so sure about it. That's my position. Because I feel like he can be useful in spurts, but if we have to use him, am I really happy? Am I really overjoyed about it? No. So that's my only pushback on him. I want him on the 2. I'm glad he got the 2-way. But just when it comes like actual practicality into a regular season game, if we need him to be, I don't know. But I like Yuki though. I like him. I do. I honestly do like Yuki.
This is my thing. Like, I don't think nobody should be happy if we using any of our two ways in a regular season game. Because at that point, you talking about the top 10 of your roster, and then you got another 5 guys, typically 5. I'm gonna say 4 right now that we have. But typically, you got another 5 guys in front of your 3 two-ways that should be getting some minutes before anybody on two-way. And that's why I'm kind of a advocate of signing Jay Huff to a regular contract at this point, because I think his situation is different. Like, he's a backup big.
I'm not going to cut you off, but that's why I wish we used our full contract on. That's our guy we need. I agree. Yes, we need a backup point guard, but Marcus Smart is standing right there. Desmond Bane is standing right there. Luke Kennard is standing right there.
With a twisted ankle.
With a twisted ankle. But when healthy, when Vince Williams dang near sitting right there, like we have 4, and I like Scotty. We have 4 guys I just named that I'm confident can handle the offense as good, if not better, than Scotty Pippen. Jay Huff is a positioning, because I think Zach is going to be great. I think he's going to be great. I feel like he's going to be one of the best starting bigs we've ever had.
Yeah.
Outside of like Mark and Zebo and them, like, yeah. But I feel like we need that to have more of a safety net in that position more than the backup point guard position. And that's where I'm kind of iffy on like Scotty and Yuki and all that. Like, that's why I'm a little, because I feel like it's more needed at that position. I'm glad you brought up Jay Huff, because it didn't click until you said that. I feel like we need that position a little more than a backup one.
So this is my thing. Like with Yuki, bro, again, I don't see how anybody can watch the preseason and say he don't affect the game way better, number one, than Scotty do. That's number one. But 2, with it translating, like one thing when you're talking about Tyus, right? The thing about Tyus is he ran that offense well when he's here. He does it now. I mean, he does it wherever he goes. He's just a smooth point guard. He ain't gonna turn it over.
Fit in everywhere.
Your offense, and he gonna get out the way. Yeah. With Yuki though, it's different when you got a guy that is like you shoot him out of a cannon, bro, and he starts to get everybody moving and energized. That's number one. But he's running that offense to a point to where almost when he was out there, it's almost you can show Ja like, Ja, this is ideally kind of how we want you to run this. Obviously, do what you do. Be 12 no matter what. But when you're just talking about running the offense, how it probably should be run, like how it should look, Yuki did that shit to a T. And, I mean, you wasn't turning the ball over like that till probably like the last game, and they put him in like the last 3 minutes. I don't know what that was about. But, like, he was running the offense perfectly, getting guys set up. Bro, if you watch football, right, quarterbacks, a lot of people don't know this. You think that a quarterback is throwing to a man. The quarterback is throwing to a spot, and it's up to the receiver to get to that spot. Yep. And Yuki was doing that on the basketball court, bro. Like, I know people want to kind of put him in that same box as they put in Jacob Gilliard. I get it. They both about 5'8". They're not the same player at all, bro. Like,
Gilliard wasn't doing what Yuki was doing.
Hell no. Not at all. So that's where I come from. Like, when you talk about the off, now if it was last year and we run that same slow down game, I don't know. Yuki may not be a good fit at all, but for what we do, and he can shoot the 3, he ain't no slouch, bro. So I'm excited that they got him on that 2-way. And, it just kind of opens up the future, for what the 3 guys that we got on 2 ways. It opens up the future of that team just constantly being loaded, when these big contracts kind of start to shake things up coming soon. So I'm cool with it. Yeah,
for sure. And I'm happy for Yuki again. Like, any person from Japan that's gonna move to the States to play basketball, I feel that's success within its own right. Having the opportunity to do that because he's uprooted his whole life. Yeah, and he could have got a way bigger deal, probably in Japan. Probably, well, like it depends on what league he was playing in. I don't know what league he was playing in, but he was in Japan national team. And he played well in the Olympics, so I'm mad that his contract would have been up from there. But anyway, I'm happy for you at the end of the day. I'm hopefully I can make a few South Haven games, especially when I'm closer to home, just to see that boy work. And I have to say one thing: we didn't start finding Edie until Yuki started that. And people not thinking about that. Him and Jalen Williams, like the whole preseason, we need to give Zach the ball. We're not finding him. Who started that trend?
Yep.
Yuki Kawamura, 5'8" self, start finding Edie the ball, and then next thing you know, John started finding him. Dad started finding him. Everybody. So it's like you said, like he has this. It seems like we'll see when the real ball gets thrown out. He has this like infectious effect on the team that he gets, like you said, it's just free flowing. It's like water. You feel me? Just puts guys in the right position to do what they need to do. And I feel like that's an intangible skill a lot of people don't have. I feel like he has a feel to the game that a lot of people, not just international, whatever, just players don't have.
He's a winning basketball player.
He's a winning basketball player. Exactly right there. So I feel like the answer will be, I know I had my quarrels about like if he is on the court, but like you said, if we do have a two-way guy on the court, we probably should be there having the first place. So I see what you're saying, but
I ain't going back, bro. No, I will stop watching. I'm not doing that again, bro. I'm not doing it.
Man, having flashbacks already. The season ain't started shit.
No, but, I'm not doing that.
Shout out Yuki, man. Real talk. Shout out Yuki.
Shout out to Yuki, man, for sure. Y'all let us know down in the comments below. Do y'all see him contributing to winning in any way? Do y'all see him getting a chance? Do y'all think it's even a smart thing to do? You think it's a bad thing to do? Definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. I'm excited for Yuki, bro. Yuki time, whenever that comes in the season, if some guys taking off. I saw in the preseason, Scotty sit down and he go out there and win ball games. So, hey, I'm sold, bro. I'm sold.
Him and Jalen Williams was hooping together. That's all I got to say. Him and Jalen Williams.
Talk about him as well.
Yeah.
Can't wait. But y'all let us know down below. And last, we were recording this as the finals just wrapped up. We were kind of waiting for that to happen. The WNBA finals have been amazing basketball to watch. If you haven't been watching, shame on you.
Facts.
I almost said something else crazy, but shame on you. You should definitely do that next time for sure.
Yeah.
But it's official. It's official. The New York Liberty have pulled it out in Game 5, in overtime in Game 5. If y'all don't know WNBA, they only go 5 games versus 7 games in the NBA. But hell of a ball game. I am a little bit sad because as we were watching this before we hopped on, we let each other know who we was going for. I was going for the Lynx. Nafisa Kaya's been hooping. Evan was going for the New York Liberty, and they pulled it out at the end, bro. So thoughts on the series as a whole, and now the newly crowned champs, New York Liberty.
Number one, y'all need to watch the W. Them ladies can hoop. Y'all need to give respect for they deserve because, in my opinion, just on pure entertainment value, I prefer the WNBA finals over the NBA finals, at least this year. I wasn't
garbage.
Yeah, this year I wasn't that entertained with the NBA finals this year, personally. And Chris is in the same boat. But the WNBA finals, bro, them ladies was hooping. Like every game was entertainment. The crowds were into it. The coaching adjustment was great. Like the technicality of the basketball was just beautiful. Like it was just good basketball being played. That's why I get mad when these basketball periods or these so-called basketball periods, I don't watch the WNBA period. If you're a real fan of basketball, you gonna watch them ladies hoop.
Right.
Because hoop is hoop. But yeah, as Chris said, I was a New York Liberty supporter in this series. Sabrina Ionescu was one of my favorite players in the W. I've been following her since Oregon, and she's always been. So I was glad to see her get a chip, even though she wasn't playing that well. But hey, if you win, who cares at that point?
Right.
I just kind of like that New York was knocking on the door for so long. Like they made the conference finals. They honestly the Celtics. Honestly, they were honestly the WNBA version of the Celtics. Always knocking on the door, made it to the finals, and they finally got it done. So I'm happy for them. Shout out John Konchar Jones for getting the finals MVP. She played her tail off, going toe to toe with Ms. Nafisa Collier, because them two Titans were going at it the whole series. Series. In my opinion, she was the second best player on the floor outside Nafisa, and unfortunately for Nafisa, if y'all watching, she got fouled out. After she got fouled out, it was kind of wraps.
It was over with.
It was over with from there. It was a few bang calls, but hey, what can you do about it? But I feel like the W's in a very good place, especially with New York at the top of the mountain. I feel like it's just the parity is so much in WNBA, and I feel like that's the one thing you can't trade for at all. Yes, the NBA is the NBA. Obviously, we're not gonna try to compare the leagues within itself, but the parity that WNBA has is so great, and I feel like people should really tune in for it because this was entertaining. And shout out Brandon Stewart, shout out Ionescu, shout out the whole New York Liberty team for finally getting it done. And you have a fan out of Evan Hayes right here. So shout out them girls in W, man. Them girls can hoop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was joking with Evan before we popped on. I said, man, I got my favorite players on, certain teams, but just because they my favorite color and they new and I like their logo, I think I'm going with the Golden State Valkyries as my team.
Just because
coming in. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this expansion draft. I looked it up. It'll be December 6th, I believe, where all the teams can guard like their top 6 players. I don't know what that's going to look like. They're going to probably be terrible for the first year or two.
First 3 years, probably shoot.
That opens up for somebody.
Juju, Paige.
That's all I gotta say.
Juju and Paige.
If they go back to back with Paige and Juju,
y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready.
In that purple and black jersey, oh my god, I can't wait to get the merch, bro. I can't.
Juju and Paige will go crazy in them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So yeah, that's gonna be my team. But I'm still gonna be supporting certain players. Obviously, I love to watch AJ. I love to watch Nafisa Collier. I love to watch Arike down in Dallas. I love to watch all these women, really, bro. Like, they are amazing at what they do. And like I said, I just envision my daughter out there one day, just hooping it up. She came to front, weird as hell. She came to me and my wife like the last 2 days in a row and was like, "I want to play basketball." I'm like, "Okay." Your mind was like, "Oh, okay." Your eyes got real big. Like, all right, the training session's finna start. Be about shoes. I'm finna be little ball out there, boy. He finna have a ball set up. Man, hey, y'all got a goal at y'all house? We got the Fisher Price jump, but we're gonna get a real one. She only 3, she'll be 4 next year, so she ain't ready. You can lower that jump. Hey, when she been about 5'6", she should be able to shoot on the big jump like 7-8 feet. You know. You know what? Now you got me thinking about Christmas presents. Good job, brother. You just lower that jump. You feel me? She'll be getting over. You had daddy pick her up, have her dunk it. You know, hey, I'm telling you, bro, get it tapped in early. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. Yeah. Well, yeah, shout out to the Liberty, man. Like I said, hard fought series. Thought they was about to give it up, but they pulled it out. So can't wait the next year. Coming sooner than you think, because as soon as I feel like damn near as soon as the tournament, the women's tournament, tournament started. Yeah, it's damn near about the draft. It's like April. So, it's like April and May is starting up again. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's all we got for the WNBA. For the No Bluffin news, it's been 2 weeks, bro. Hey, I'm rusty. I'm rusty, dog. But on the other side of the first break, we're gonna go ahead and break down a little bit of what we liked and what we didn't like about the Grizzlies preseason, as well as epic rant. I'm sure it's gonna be an epic rant. You know, clip this, Kenny. Get ready to clip like the last 30, 20, 15 minutes of the show, because Chris gonna go ham. So just get ready now. All right, so move out. Hey, everybody, move. What Kobe do? Yeah. Broke fingers and all. Get out of the way. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be right back on the other side of this break of the No Bluffin podcast. Y'all stay locked in.
I think Zach Edey played well. He got his fouls in. He got him in for sure. But we saw some flashes of really what he can do. Whether that's setting screens or just blocking shots or just making guys change their mind about shots or just affecting the quality of shots that guys were getting in the game. We saw that a lot. They gotta use him though, man. They gotta be able to find him a little bit.
I was about to say they especially the whole first quarter. It was like, because I think that lob that y'all had him, that was his first points of the game. So it was like the whole first quarter, I did peep that. It was like, I see everybody else attempting 5+ shots. Right. Y'all got to find a way to give Zach Edey something, like at some point. Everything was running well last night, right? The offense was flowing well. It's going to come a stretch of time where they're going to be stagnant. And at that time, that's when I expect them, okay, hey, let's run a post play to Zach Edey.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
This is a question I don't know if you've ever been asked. Was there anyone you ever wanted to dunk on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm glad you haven't getting a big kick out of that one. I'm glad you've been waiting all day for that. Just waiting all day to get that little jokey joke in. Oh, you got a joke. But yeah, I always wanted to dunk in the game. That's what I wanted to do. And it didn't have to be on anybody. and I wanted it to be off of a missed shot, like on an offensive rebound, so that everyone's around or in the vicinity when it happened.
Did you ever dunk in practice and get overly excited?
Yes. and everybody be like, well, are you going to do it in a game? And I'm like, no.
Tune in to the Night Court podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the No Bluffin podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and every good. I'm just playing now, man. We record this like a live show, ain't no cut. Where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies, man. I am Chris Ingram, and to my right is my guy Evan Hayes, and we are back to wrap it up with a bow about the Grizzlies preseason. So we're gonna just do it like this, man. The Grizzlies, they went 3-2, should have been 4-1 if it wasn't for somebody that I'm gonna talk about in this next segment, but I'm gonna leave it off of that for later. But man, just talk about some of the things, Evan, that you saw in the preseason that you were excited about. So things that you feel like they need to clean it up. We're just gonna chop it up, man, for a little bit about the preseason. So what got your gears going a little bit? Let's start there.
My bad. My bad. I mute myself during the break. Yeah, but the positives. Number one, I like how the starters looked. Of course, we didn't get to see Jaren, obviously, but 12 looked. I feel like 12 was just on cruise control the whole time, but he looked good, so that gave me more confidence of what he would do when he is here. Desmond Bane is just as smooth as he can be. Marcus Smart. I want to see a little more production out of Smart offensively, but he was doing just all the little things like keeping the ball moving defensively, getting outlet passes. That's what I like to see. I want to see him be a little more aggressive. Like his attempts weren't above maybe 6 or 7 on any of the games. I have to look back and see, but I don't believe his attempts were that high. So I would like to see him a little more aggressive. Edie, once they actually found him, he actually affected the game in a great way. Like especially that Pacers game. Mm-hmm. That Pacers game, he was playing his tail off. You know, they were actually letting him work. I don't want to see a lot of Zach Edey back to the basket plays, but if it works, why not go to it? Like, that's a very high percentage shot if you can get him in the ball on the floor of the offense. We're not going to see a lot of that, but I feel like that should be a backup playing option every time down the floor if he's on the floor. I liked what I saw out of Jalen Wells. He was actually my favorite player of the preseason, honestly. I know I liked what I saw. You can, of course, all the starters, but I was very impressed with what I saw with Jalen Wells. Honestly, before this, I know you were on this train, but before I was when we first drafted Jalen, I'm okay with him getting some good rotation minutes right now. Like at first, I wasn't on the train because I didn't watch enough of him in college, and I wasn't super high on his draft pick. But I am saying I was wrong. I apologize, Jalen Wells. I was not familiar with your game, my brother. But yeah, he impressed me a lot. Just his poise and feel of the game. Just it didn't seem like he was a rookie. Of course, like I'm saying, you say everything with a grain of salt. It's only preseason. Honestly, I've never been a guy to watch that much preseason because I always want to see what the ball really matters. So I watched a good amount of preseason this year. I didn't watch as much as probably everybody. So I watched a decent amount, at least for me. But the stuff that I did see, he just seemed so poised, man. Like he seemed confident about shooting the ball. Physicality wise, he just like he was just getting bited around by the other wings he was guarding. So he was my favorite part of the preseason, honestly. Like, yes, I love that we got Edey the ball, but I'm not really too worried about Edey. I feel like we have a high enough point guard in John Morant to get him the ball when he needs to. But Jalen Williams was my favorite part of the preseason. So yeah, that was my main positive. I don't want to get to negative yet. I'm trying to think of anything else. Those are my positives. I don't want to get anything negative yet.
We'll hit that in a second.
Oh yeah, that was my positive. Also, J Huff in the short spurts that he had, I liked what he saw. That kind of cemented my thinking that we should have signed him to the full contract because I feel like having two semi like how old is J Huff? Maybe 23.
I think he's 28, 27.
Oh, he old.
Like 27.
Yeah. So he's up there. So that's to my point. I'm glad I don't want Edey and another non-experienced big. J Huff, he's played a lot of basketball in his life, so I would like to see him more, maybe playing with Edey. You never know what lineups you never may throw out there. I think with Huff's versatility, I feel like that could work. But yeah, I just want to see more of him. You know, I feel like his motor was high, but I feel like his aggression wasn't the way I needed him to be every game. When it was high, it was high. But sometimes he was just out there. You know, like he was still affecting the game and all, but like commanding the ball. I feel like I want to see that from him a little bit more. But still, I saw some good things from him as well. So that was my kind of high spots of the preseason, and I want to see what you had to say. What were your high spots? Because I know we're gonna talk about them dogs over there, but let's get the positive out the way first. What was your positive preseason?
I love the offense. It's not where it needs to be yet, but I'm not. I think I put this out on Twitter, and a certain conversation I had offline, I talked about it as well. Sean Coleman of Blood City Media, shout out to him. He pointed out last year when we were just spiraling. This was before Ja got back, but he pointed out that the Grizzlies pretty much for the last almost Taylor Jenkins' whole tenure, bro, they don't really pick it up on defense until late December, early January. Every single year, and they end the year with a top 5 to top 10 defense for the whole year, every single year. So that tells you that once they turn it on, they just go crazy. And that's a lot of time where we start to see, like I said, in these last couple of years, where they rack off those 9-game, 10-game. Did we have a 20-game win streak or something crazy? I don't know.
It was like
20 games.
It wasn't like 20. It was like 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe I think we went like maybe 20-2,
Yeah, it was like
a span.
It was a span, yeah.
So like it's proven that the defense, it takes it a second, but once they do it, like it locks in and we go crazy with it. And so I tweeted out there, watching the offense, I said, if we're gonna have a history and a track record of that being what it is on defense, then I kind of gotta give the offense the same kind of grace, maybe even a little bit more, because the defense has been here for the same 5 years, 5 years already?
Yeah.
So we talking about with his offense, this is something that's been with the team for a couple of weeks at this point. Yeah. And we don't even have all our guys back. That's the other part to it. When you start slowly rolling in Jaren, then you got to roll in Vince, then you got to roll in Gigi. I don't want to say Cam Spencer because he's on a two-way. And like I said before, if two-ways are playing it out, trust me, I like his game more than some guys that's on some regular contracts. But if two-ways are playing more than the regular roster guys, we are messed up. Some ain't right. And so, yeah, so that's what my thing with the offense. As far as the potential of what it can be, I love that what I'm seeing, the spurts from there. That was one key takeaway. Edie, I can't really say too much more than what we've said on here before. I'm just, shout out to him for proving it that he is going to be a dominant force in this league. He does fit. His game is going to translate. And like you said, I don't see a reason why they run the offense through him in a sense, but having that wrinkle to your game, I'm loving what I'm hearing about going back to the offense. In the past, when action 1 and 2 don't work, it's time to scramble. And now they have to where with the movement and other things they implemented to where they have so many different wrinkles to when action 1, action 2, maybe even action 3 go wrong, we can bust out in something different. Well, you add that in there to where everybody get the F out the way, dump the ball into the 7-5 freak, and let him take advantage of his mismatch. Something I've been saying about hoping that they would do with Jaren for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And they still need to do it with him now. But just hearing Taylor Jenkins verbalize it out of his mouth and say, we're working on taking advantage of the advantages, you think that's – anyway, I'm happy to hear it. If it took you long enough, whatever, but we here. And that's stuff like that, as small and as simple as it may sound, that's what wins you ball games, bro. Sometimes it's just keeping the game simple. Basketball is not a difficult sport. It don't got to be shout out to my boy Dez on Twitter. It don't got to be quantum physics. It can literally be just dumbed down and simple ball. And so I love to see what I saw from him. And he's just going to continue to get more and more comfortable in the NBA and with his team. Last but not least, I'm going to kind of put it as a two-part. J Huff and Jalen Wells and Yuki, I guess you could say. Those three were my favorite guys to watch every single night. Huff didn't get a lot of time for whatever reason. I think they were trying to maybe give some of those camp day guys or the camp guys some run and see what they can do. Even the last game, I don't think he clocked a minute. And I'm like, why? He's on a two-way. He should be playing before these guys. But anyway, you know what you're getting with him. And I said this when they signed him to a two-way over the summer. He's one of them guys that I didn't really have to, like, I saw him already in preseason in his film from last year and what he's done to where everything that he has done is what's going to translate with this team. It don't look like he was trying too hard or anything like that. So when he actually got on the court with us and did it again, I'm like, yeah, like that's kind of the vibe I got from him. It wasn't like, it was a fluke. And so, you know what you're going to get from him. I hope he gets a roster spot very soon. They can lock him up for the GG and the Vince special. I don't know if the deal has come out with Scotty Pippen, but I'm sure it's pretty similar in that realm too. But Jalen Wells, bro, let me just I got to put it on spotlight on him. He 15.3 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He shot 43%, well, almost 44% from the field on 12 field goals a game, and 45.5 from 3 on 5.5 attempts from 3.
Scoping that gent.
I don't care what y'all say. As far as these fans that always they be on us when we it seems like every year is one player that's very polarizing to get minutes or whatever. It's Junior 1 year, it's GG 1 year. Guess who we got another one? It's Jalen Wells. It's finna happen. I'm telling you right now. And I don't care that it's preseason, kind of like what you said. One thing that's gonna translate is shooting.
He's shooting the ball.
Another thing that's gonna translate is his defensive prowess. That's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just his knack for the game, bro. You can look at him when he's out on the floor, his little quick moves that he does, everything is instinctual. Like I think they may have scouted him as a scorer, and then you see him in summer league, and it's like, oh, he's a 3-and-D shooter. And we talked to Mr. Wells, his father, on the show over the summer, and he talked about, no, he's a complete basketball player.
He can do it. Like what you need him to do.
You ask him to do something, he's gonna do it. Yeah. But if you let him expand his game, it's gonna happen. And Mr. Wells and Mrs. Wells talked about the walk. Like we talked about the walk, where they saw when he got his confidence back when he kind of had a rocky situation in college. I saw that walk
all throughout the
preseason.
All throughout the preseason.
I said, oh, he comfortable. This is what they was talking about.
He was Duffy for real.
Yeah, bro. I think he's about to really make some hard conversations, not for the bottom of the barrel or the bottom of the roster.
Crack top 10.
I think he's gonna make some conversation a little iffy from anywhere from, I'm gonna say, depending on how you look at it personally, but I'm gonna say anywhere from 7 to 11. He's gonna make that a conversation, bro. Maybe 8 to 11, because I think Vince and GG is solidified.
They cemented. Yeah, I'm finna say, because that means you could.
But after that,
both of them. Yeah.
After that, I don't think it's too much of a conversation. So, yeah, I'm gonna say about 8 to 11. Hey, do with that with what you made. But when we're talking about the complete game, what he can do, I ain't really got to see too much more is outside of just it being consistently. So, shout out to Jalen Wells, man. Love what I saw from him. He's a dog. A great player that we're gonna have for a long time in this system. Excited to see what we're gonna see from him. Any last words on your positives, bro?
Nah, man. Just I'm echoing everything for you. I want to see what Jalen Wells does with everyone back, with real live basketball, like the games that matter. Because, like you said, I feel like we may have found another one of these wings that, like you said, we was chasing the ghost of Rudy Gay pass for a long time. Now we potentially got 3 wings that can maybe submit that role that we never had back then. You never know.
Best wing rotation.
Yeah, GG, Vince, and Jalen Wells. Hey, that may be a recipe for success. So
you like still got Devin Bang.
Dang. It's finna get scared. Anyway, I ain't finna talk about it. But yeah, like I just echoing everything about Jalen Wells, man. I just want to again formally apologize on behalf of me, because y'all can run it back. I was not on the Jalen Wells hype train a few months ago, and Chris was, and Chris was calling me stupid because of it.
I ain't calling you stupid. I just said, I need you to just see the light. Just see the light.
He said, watch the film, Evan. He said, what? Did you not watch it? I was like,
watch the film, man. The film will let you know.
And Jalen Wells, favorite player in preseason. He definitely outplayed some other guys that we gonna talk about a little later. But yeah, I keep hitting at it. But yeah, shout out Jalen Wells, shout out everybody. Oh yeah, 12, keep doing your thing. I just want to shout out 12 being happy. Y'all saw the 2000 party he had. I don't know if it was for Halloween or someone's birthday. Yeah, 2000. Yeah. He looked at it because it's on Nas. It's on Nas IG, and John posted his Twitter. He had like a 2000s themed party. Everybody was dressed like the big 2000. They had like the 2002K. Everybody was dressed like in big baggy clothes stuff. It was a
Man,
vibe. So again, I just gotta shout out 12 again for being happy, because a happy 12 is a scared 12. And that's all I got on my positives.
Yeah. I didn't touch on them too much, not for any reason other than, like you said, I think you said it yourself. They look like they are ready to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think he tweeted out, Ja did, he was like, or maybe his answer to a question after one of the games, the last game was, what do we expect, or, whatever, going forward. And he's like, just wait and see.
Yeah.
Just wait. That wasn't nothing. That was dress rehearsal. So y'all wait and see. What were some things that you saw that you maybe want to clean up?
And you spoke on the offense, but me and you see it a little differently. I don't disagree with anything you said about the offense. I just want to see a little bit more. I just want to see a little. I get you can't put a new offense together with a new coaching staff and expect it to be flawless. It was a little too sloppy for me. Oh, Calvin Austin finna score. Anyway, it was a little too sloppy for me. It was some good parts of it. Like the rotations were nice, the movement was nice. I feel like you kind of see. This is the best way I can say it. I feel like the reads were there, but the players weren't. They were recognizing it a little too late. Like the offense was there, but like some of the turnovers that made because they saw the read when the window already closed. And I feel like that comes with reps. So I give that. What's the word I'm trying to say? I give that like room to improve. But it's still, I wish I wanted to see just a little more clean. That was the main thing with the offense. I'm not gonna talk about the other three guys. I'm never gonna talk about them. I'm not even gonna touch them. I'm gonna let you completely eviscerate that. So main thing, offense. Main thing I enjoyed. On a
turn that oven on for me. Preheat that up. Preheat that oven for me.
So 450. I liked what I saw on defense with the starting youth. Their defense intensity was high. I don't know. I may have been watching the wrong games, but I felt like the defense intensity wasn't as high when the other groups came in. Like it's a collective. Like Jalen Wills, he was defensively clocked in at all times. Yuki, he was, but I didn't see all five guys on the court on the string, like getting in pass lanes, active. I didn't see that. I may have missed because like I said, I didn't watch every single minute of every preseason game. Yeah. But like you said, like I feel like that comes down to effort and just defense cohesiveness, which I feel like was lacking a little bit. Yeah, it's preseason. Obviously, everybody's not going to be on their P's and Q's all the time, but it's still a little more that I would like to see. Those are my main two issues. I'm not going to talk about those other guys. I'm glad we finally got Edie the ball. I hate that it took us 3 games to finally get that man the ball, but hey, I better late than never, I guess. So that would be my other thing that I didn't like the first 3 games, but hey, when they finally got the ball, you see it was effective. So that was just my things. I wish the offense a little more clean, just guys making the reads a little bit more smoother and quicker. Defensively, energy needs to be on 10 no matter who's in the game. I didn't see that. And getting Edie the ball. It took them too long, but as long as you got Edie the ball. But that's really just my small, not a lot of negatives, not big negatives outside or whatever, but those are just my small little points right there.
Yeah. As far as cleanups for me, definitely got to learn how to get Edie involved, period, into the game. Yeah. And sooner, bro. Like that, I didn't really enjoy seeing his body language too much. The maybe first game. Nothing against him. Like it's a natural thing as a competitor when you're not contributing. Like you're working hard, but like your work is not being rewarded. And I'm not talking about him just getting the ball, but like he was doing a lot of things the right way. Getting position.
Had to do was under the basket. Hand up, still seal. Like give him the ball. Dang.
Yes.
It made me mad, bro.
Like I mean, I'm setting the screens, I'm running the play. Some of the plays, I think I saw a clip of him telling Taylor Jenkins when he came out the game one time.
I know what the F this was.
What the F was that? Like, what was the play? Like,
yeah.
So, like that dude, and I hear Sain talk about it a lot. Like, he is definitely a computer to where, like, you tell him something, he's gonna download that information, he's gonna download that software update, and he's gonna implement it damn near immediately. And he's gonna abuse it, and he's gonna take advantage of it every single time. But you gotta, in a team sport, you gotta get the man the ball. And that's something that we struggle with, not just with Edie. It should be easier with Edie because he's 7'5", but we struggle with Jaren to do the same thing. They found different ways to get it to JV, which I think a lot of that had to do with Kyle Anderson and Dylan Brooks, things like that. But whatever we worked on in the summer camp, which is only 3 days, that's kind of wild too. You would think summer camp is a week or two. But yeah, whatever y'all worked on, great. pretty sure it was really beautiful and really cute. Bro, work on getting Zach Edey the goddamn ball. Like,
yeah, real talk.
With a man on him and a man in front of the guard or whoever's passing the ball. Like, please work on that. Because on air does nothing. If I'm just at the 3-point line, nobody's guarding me, nobody's guarding Edey, and we just working on bounce pass to the left, bounce pass to the right, alley-oops, throwing it up. Like, that does nothing for real game minutes. Like, we need to work on finding a way to get this man the ball, clear outs, whatever it may be, to put him in the best position. Because I said it on Twitter, and I believe that when you have a motivated and I don't even want to say dominating as far as points, but you have a dominating force taking advantages, which you have in Zach Edey. That does nothing but make the game easier for everybody, coaching included.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I definitely want to see that. Like I said, I'm going to get an offensive little grace. I'm not too crazy on that because I know if the world go to hell, they're going to go call 12. I know that's happening. So
you need to quote that and put that at Cryman on Twitter and just patent that right there.
Yeah. I don't know where the hell that came from, but it rhymes, so I'll take it. If it all go to hell, just call 12. Hey, y'all know y'all heard that first. So I don't need no shirts made until I get my profit. But anyway, I'm not really caught up on that. I will say the rotations they're gonna have to be better. I don't care who's out. You know what?
I'm gonna go on mute. Hey, you know what? Cook.
Let's do it.
We've been alluding this for the whole show. So
yeah,
for let y'all know, I'm gonna just say before Chris. There's 3 J's that Mr. Christian Ingram wants to go in on. I'm gonna let him say who those 3 J's are, but he should know. And it's not Jalen Wills. We love Jalen Wills over here.
It ain't him.
It ain't Jalen Wills. It ain't Jaren Jackson Jr. It ain't him. Because we ain't even see him. He hurt right now. Well, he gonna be good for regular season. So it ain't him either. So y'all can probably infer who these 3 J's are. So I'm just setting it up so Chris can knock it out the park. So Christian, the evisceration of the 3 J's is about to happen. So turn your TVs up, turn them up in the earphones. Because Chris got something to put out to get off his chest. And I'm just throwing my little 2 cents here and there. But it's mainly Chris' segment. So Chris, start the roast. ISO, clear out. Do what you got to do.
For those of you that it's a lot of J's out there, right? You know, if you're an old school music singer, you probably love the OJs. You know, beautiful group, beautiful music to just kick back and listen to. If you're a baseball fan, you probably heard of the Blue Jays. You're probably a great fan of them. I don't know. I don't think they that good, but hey, I think it was Toronto. If you're a Toronto fan, you love the Blue Jays. It is what it is. Well, today we're talking about the 3 J's, and the 3 J's are Taylor Jenkins, Jake Laravia, and John Konchar. That's who's on the menu today. And I'm about quite tired of the experiment of these said 3 J's. I am at my wit's end for a couple reasons. I'm gonna start with Taylor Jenkins because he's the head of the snake. He's the one that has been assisted in upgrading his staff over the summer, if you want to call it that. His whole staff was let go, and him and Zach Kleiman worked on getting a new staff. Shout out to them. We came on this show. I have talked about and raved how I do like the additions that they've made to the coaching staff. I love Coach Isolo and what he's done with the offense. I love his pedigree, his winning track record. I love that. Nola Roach, player development guy, has great relationships with, top players in both NBA and WNBA that he's, working out and helping develop into their game. He's coached, still have a history of coaching a similar offensive coach, Isolo, maybe in a different way, but they're able to connect on that. So I do like that. You still got Anthony Carter, the OG, actually played in the NBA for a lot of years. I love having him on the staff coming from Miami, a winning culture. You got Coach Mutombo that came up, I want to say the Milwaukee Bucks, same thing. Developmental guy, defensive guy that just has a knack for reaching, players in different ways. And I know I'm going to probably miss a couple other guys, but those are the ones that are like top of my brain. Shout out to Jason March. from the Memphis Hustle. We know his track record and what he does down there. He gets busy in the G League, has developed guys. So I'm excited to have him, promoted to the main roster. So anyway, I say all that to say, like, I love the additions that they made to that coaching staff because, to a certain extent, hey, you go out there and poop the bed this year, Taylor Jenkins, it's on you. Like, you have really no excuse. They gave you a much needed overhaul and upgrade in that department, probably against your own will. I would assume so. Or you would have made much more aggressive changes before then. Just get called to the principal office and say, hey, man, do what you got to do. So that's that on that. But I'm starting to see a lot of, and it's just preseason, but I'm still seeing a lot of the goofy behavior that has presented itself over the last couple of years that has ultimately a lot of times like bitten us in the foot as a whole. I don't understand what his obsession is with trying to be right with players, bro. Like, if you've ever played sports before, and I had this conversation offline, if you played sports before personally, then you have seen where no matter seniority, no matter if it's, I've been here, I got some stat, whatever, players' jobs get took all the time, bro. And it gets taken quickly in a lot of scenarios. I'll give y'all a story real quick, real quick. Somebody that I know, and I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to do that because I love this person dearly. Person very close to me. Somebody that I know had a situation where they were starting in this sport. I'm just going to say that. Dominated in this sport for a long time. And this is back when I was probably in high school, something like that, I think. And yeah, it was definitely high school. Anyway, had to go on a trip. Had to go. Had no choice but to go to this trip, right? This is in the summer. We're working out. We getting ready to dominate. And while this said person is on this trip, this guy that we didn't know, didn't look like he was an athlete much at all. He didn't have a position on the field, none of that. Like, just out there. Probably had the perfect body to play wide receiver, but he couldn't catch a cold in the wintertime. Like, it was terrible. Anyway, he goes to running back, and next thing you know, the rest is history. This man ends up being a top city running back of all time, broke all kind of school records. I don't think he got a state ring, but was damn close a few times. But I say all this to say, like, your body of work doesn't matter when opportunity meets opportunity for somebody else that basically can take advantage of that opportunity. Say all that to say, if Jalen Wells is playing the way that we just said he was playing, I get it. It's 5 funky ass preseason games. I understand that. But if he's been busting ass in training camp, he's busting ass in the preseason, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing the same thing in the regular season. He's got a track record of doing so. Why are we still trying to force Jake Laravia and John Konchar on the fan base? Why are you forcing them on yourself? Like, why are you trying to hurt yourself so bad? Like, this is self-harm at this point. If you've got a coaching staff that's been revamped, to me, I ain't got nobody telling me this, but it's just I'm going to say my common sense. I ain't saying I'm right, but this is my common sense in my mind. If my whole staff had to be revamped, to me, that says that I'm on the hot seat, and if I don't get this done in some form of fashion showing that I got some type of improvement this year, I'm out of here. That's just me. Ain't nobody told me that, but I'm just saying I read the tea leaves. That seems to me what's about to happen. So if that is the case, why are you forcing yourself harm by playing these two dudes that are not NBA players? By no means. It's not to get their trade value up, because guess what? You've been trying to get John Konchar trade value up since you let Milton go, because you thought he was the Milton replacement, and we saw that was a fail. That was the worst contract y'all gave him for the simple fact you gave him $6 million a year for 4 years, 2 years before the deal even canceled. Man was on a 6-year deal. Who is he? Like, come on, dog. Like, stop playing with us. No other team, if he was to get waived today, is picking him up tomorrow. You want to know how I know? Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith, all these other dudes is on not on rosters right now today. Lamar Stevens, that should be on this roster, is like, stop. John Konchar is not getting picked up in this NBA. Jake Laravia, I get it. We tried to do the whole. This is my thing with Jake, bro. You literally just had to trade away Zaire Williams for a salary dump because at that point, nobody wanted him. And you tried to force him into a position that he wasn't ready for and on the fan base for 4 years because you wanted to make sure that I was not wrong for trading away the 17th pick and moving all the way up to the 10th pick to get him. You were wrong, and you tried to force that shit for 4 years. You would think as a front office, y'all learned y'all lesson that if the guy ain't got it, he just ain't got it. And Jake Laravia ain't got it, bro. We heard Marcus Smart talk about it. We heard Desmond Bain talk about it last year. And every time they talk about this dude, he go out there and he just goofies it up on the field, on the court, bro. That man was in preseason laying the ball up at 6'8" and was getting blocked by the little foam part up under the backboard. You 6'8", G. Like, that's something, I'm just saying, like, that's something me and my daughter should be doing. Like, I ain't 6'8". I should not be doing it. That's crazy as a grown man getting blocked by the foam part of the backboard, bro. That's crazy. What is you doing, bro? You 6'8". Like, stop, bro. You should be dunking that. Stop playing with me in my face. Like, this man is terrible, bro. He's scouted as a shooter, and he is not hitting nothing. Like, he can't defend. He can't lay it up. He can't shoot it. He can't pass it. What the I almost just said the F-bomb. What is he out there doing, bro? Ever tell me, bro. What is this man doing besides looking like B-Rad? B-Rad Jeezy from Malabeezy. I am sick of this shit, and stop trying to force it down the Grizzly fan base throat, bro. I'm over it, bro. It's not working. It's not working, bro. I'm sorry. Not when I got somebody that is in their rookie year, probably close and similar in age, but it's showing me that this man knows how to be a basketball player. At the very minimum, he knows how to make layups. He knows how to get to the rack, open up shots for himself. And guess what? He got the common sense to say, oh, well, you know what? I got a 7'5" freak right here. Let me stop even what I'm doing, which I'm being a success at. But to win the basketball game, let me set my man up because he's one of the franchise players that's going to get us where we got to go. Right now, I'm going to support him to help me get where I got to go and him where he got to go. Like, stop this madness, bro. We came up with excuses for Gigi. We came up with excuses for Vince. We came up with excuses for whatever you want to say for Kenny Lofton. And yes, he ain't made it, but he had a prime opportunity here. I'm just going to say that. But, you know, it didn't work out. Like, we make excuses for all these other guys, bro, of why they didn't make it. But the guys that ain't showing much or nothing, we sit here and force it. Oh, every team would love to have a John Konchar on their team. Why? What does he do well? Same thing with him. He runs around, and I guess you could say he defend because he really can't do nothing else. He keep the ball moving because he know if he shoot it, he probably gonna miss. And his plus minus is good because he's out there usually with a good lineup. So his plus minus looks good. I begged Taylor Jenkins. I kid you not. I'm finna find a tweet right now. I begged Taylor Jenkins. I said, man, stop putting Jalen Wells out there with slaw. And as soon as he did it, I kid you not, Evan, probably 30 seconds later, bro, he put the slaw squad right back in with Jalen Wells. And Jalen Wells still for the whole preseason, I ain't even checked this, but I'm pretty sure he had the best plus minus on the whole team for the whole preseason. Like, bro, that's like, I don't have to. I'm so tired of arguing about just dumb stuff. Like, so what? I haven't seen it in the regular season game for Jalen Wells. I ain't really seen it too much with Jitty and Jake in the last two. So what have you done for me lately? It should be a clean slate, and we should be moving on. I'm gonna land my plane here, like they say on the Grizzlies pages. I'm gonna land my plane here. What people don't want to talk about is Jalen Wells is knocking on the door for Luke Kennard's spot and his minutes too. We already talked about when they signed him that he at $11 million, that's a great trade asset at the deadline. It was a 1-year deal. We already talked about and agreed upon that. But this man can't even stay on the court, bro. That's number one. Let's talk about that. He can't stay on the court. This man played 5 minutes in the third preseason game. We didn't see him after that. Barely saw him before that. And you was golfing and you was dolphing and having babies and taking pictures and tripping and all that the whole offseason, fine. And you can't give me more than 5 minutes in a preseason game. We already talk about him being, he cherry picking his shots. It's one thing about that. Jalen Wells, every time he got the ball, bro, is either one thing. He's driving or he's shooting that junk. No matter if you coming in my face or not, his trigger is quick and he's decisive with his moves. This man, Luke, bro, imagine, for all intents and purposes, people talk about Shedeur Sanders, right? Like, you got people that love him, you got people that hate him just because of his confidence, whatever the case may be. But imagine if you went to Shedeur Sanders and you said, Shedeur, you do not pass that ball unless the receiver is wide open. It is not a defender within probably 10 feet of him. Can you imagine what his completion percentage would be? 100%. I mean, the receiver got to drop the ball, bro. I'm sorry. Like, at that point, like, that's the only reason that is an incomplete pass. The receiver is sorry. That's what Luke does, bro. And that's why I don't get caught up in these conversations about his percentage and all this stuff. His percentage is great, but if you're watching the same basketball game, you will see that he only shoots it if he's wide open, bro. My percentage goes up if I'm wide open. But we paying you top of the line money as a specialist, and you can't give us that, and you're not standing on the court. And I got a guy that's young, hungry, gonna give me more, defend, play defense, pass the ball, make winning basketball plays. He can create his own shot. He's taller than you, 6'8", got size, and he's shooting it at the same clip, if not slightly better than you, on the same amount of attempts as you are. Taylor Jenkins, I'm telling you right now, bro, on top of all of this, what I just said, you playing with Edie's minutes. You bringing him off the bench in the third or the fourth preseason game that made no sense to me. Like, why are we just doing this weird shit just to say that we smarter than everybody in the room? Like we just said a few segments ago, basketball is not hard. And if this man makes this an algebraic equation, I am going to explode. I am sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. Put Jitty and Jake at the end of the bench. I don't want to see them. Even if people are injured, I still rather see Yuki, and I still rather see Cam Spencer and Jay Huff. Probably over Scotty too. You put them three up versus the two ways. I'm taking the 2 ways in the 3-on-3. I'm sorry. I just am. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it, bro. I am done. I am done. This is the year, bro. It's put up or shut up for Taylor Jenkins. And for the other 2 J's, sayonara, bro. Like, I'm done. Like, let's just stop playing. Stop playing in our face. Stop playing in your own face, hurting yourself. And put the players on the floor that should be winning basketball games. That's all I got, bro. I'm sorry. I know it was long-winded, but I had to get that out because I'm just done, bro. And I don't want this team to suffer in any kind of way because of just stupidity. It's just childish and stupid, bro. Because we want to be right about some guys that they ain't making nobody else roster, bro. They not. That same list, and I'm about to say this, that same list that came out talking about the best guys that's available right now. If we did it not by alphabetical order, but just by like the importance, because I think Lonnie Walker's on every last one of them lists, number 1. You know where Jitty and Jake would be at on them damn lists? At the bottom or not even on them hoes. Like, stop, bro. Stop playing with us, bro. That's all I got. I'm sorry. That's all I got, though. I got it. I had to get that off, bro. I'm sorry.
Whew, Christian. The evisceration has now commenced. Is now over. I have to say, for the families of Jake Laravia and John Konchar, I was gonna go. I ain't gonna do all that. I couldn't even do it. But nah, man, I agree with your sentiment. Like, I honestly do. And for everyone, the list that Chris was talking about, Legion Hoops posted a tweet yesterday that described the top notable free agents. I'm going to name that list real quick for all the audience at home. And Chris, you can always buddy in if you're hearing one that's just like, it just grinds your gears too much. Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith Jr., Marcus Morris, Markel Fultz, Nasir Little, Jay Crowder, Robert Covington, O'Shea Brissett, Justin Holiday, Daniel House, Bismack Biyombo, and it's not only, but I mentioned again, Lamar Stevens. I can say there's at least 5 guys on that list that I would rather have than.
I'll say 10. I'll say damn near everybody said Big Baby Jumbo. That's because we already had him. I'm cool.
You already had. But yeah, I don't have an issue with anything you said. I really don't. I feel like pride is one of the, and I'm quoting my favorite J. Cole. Pride is the devil, because I feel like we see that a lot in sports, and I feel like unfortunately our head coach and our general manager, as in Zach Kleiman, is suffering from that right now. Because as you said, they don't want to be wrong, but it's okay to mess up. They've made some good decisions, like Gigi Jackson and Vince Williams, even though they weren't intending on Vince Williams and being that good. But they've made good decisions like that, and they've also made not so good decisions in Jake Laravia and John Konchar. But I feel like that's the nature of the beast. And I feel like the sooner they realize those two getting meaningful minutes will be more of a detriment to this team rather than a success for this team, we can see this team get to the next level, not just player to player, but like leadership wise, like management wise. Like you got to be able to cut your losses where it has. Like we've seen them have some uncomfortable cuts. Like the team like D-Milk, they got rid of D-Milk. The team like Dylan Brooks, but he was a detriment to the team, so they got rid of Dylan Brooks.
Kyle Anderson,
like Tyus Jones. We love Tyus Jones. Like we love Steve-O when he was here, but some things didn't work out. JV, bro. Like we can go on and on about the history of this franchise and letting go of fan favorite guys, the guys that the team has liked, but for some reason, I would argue these two guys that we're talking about have given less value to this team than all the other guys we just named in the past. And I'm pretty confident in saying that. So I don't really, like you said, I don't really see the basketball reason to have them on the roster besides, like you said, they don't want to be wrong. And I'm more on the Laravia. Like I don't want either of them playing, honestly. Like I'm more on Laravia than the Konchar, because they've put so much stock behind stock behind Laravia. And y'all got you and CJ got on my tail when I say I don't care about Jake. Because at this point I'm done. Like I've ran out of ifs. I'm not gonna say the word, ran out of cares to give over Jake Laravia, because they've given every excuse in the book. They said he's hurt, he hasn't played, the front office done this. If I hear anything about play groups, I'm gonna rip my hair out. I'm gonna have a short haircut like Chris.
That folks even lying, bro. Folks just be lying now. Boy, he may not be hitting shots, but his defense is picked up. Bro, what are you watching?
No, he's not. He's not defensive. He's a defensive liability. Bro. He's inefficient with the ball in the sense he cannot dribble the ball. You didn't mention that, what he can't do.
Off his foot, he good at that.
But yeah, like I'm just done with it. I would rather have a lot of those guys that we just named. Lamar Stevens comes to mind number one, because he actually played with these two guys and played better than both of these guys when they're all on the court together. I don't understand why he's not a member of the Memphis Grizzlies right now, but that's neither here nor there. Lonnie Walker, I would love a Lonnie Walker. Robert Covington, bring him back to Tennessee. He played at TSU. He got family up there. That's not that far away. You tell Robert Covington want to come here for a 1 year, 2 year deal? I mean, 1 year, $2 million, $3 million for 1 year to get a chip?
Folks, it's been in deep playoff runs.
Deep playoff runs with size. They can shoot the ball, defend. But no, we want to hang on to Laravia and Konchar for no good reason. And that's just kind of how I feel about it, bro. Like, I really have nothing adding to say, because you pretty much hit all the points, you dot all the T's, crossed all your I's, all that. I just feel like it's a time for change when it comes to just a leadership type mindset. If we really have the mindset of winning a championship, we got to cut the fat, bro. We got to cut the fat. And there are two.
That back half is awful, bro.
That last 3 to 5 people on our bench is just sucking up so much salary and sucking up so much life that we could add to this team that can make this team dang near unbeatable. Like, we're not talking about a team that could just be really good. We're talking about a team that you cannot stop us if we're all hitting on our P's and Q's. That's what we're talking about right now, Chris. Like, that's what separates us from seeing a really good team and a dang near unstoppable. Like, I don't want to put us on that level because I know people say I talk in hyperbole sometimes. But you know how the NBA felt when the Warriors were at their peak? They're like, oh, we can't stop them jokers. Ain't really none. I swear to God, I'm not being hyperbole right now. I'm honestly being real. I feel like if we cut that fat and consolidate the roster with the pieces that we need, I feel like we can get to that level on some real talk. Like just dominating the league because we're just that much better than you. Yeah. I feel like we can get to that point. And just holistically and from him, we need to change our mindset, man. And it starts with cutting the fat. And hopefully it doesn't take a whole season and us having, unfortunately, another early ending to a season we didn't expect for that to happen. I hope it doesn't take that. I pray that it doesn't take that. But hopefully before the end of this year, they come to their senses on that because I don't want to get another first or second round exit to see like, yeah, we probably need to get rid of them dogs. No, you need to get rid of them now. You don't need to see nothing else, man. You didn't see nothing else. Like the verdict is out. The jury has already spoken. It's just up to the judges to follow it or not. And that's that on that, man. That's all I got to say. You pretty much hit everything. That's all I got.
I got one thing to end it on, Evan. This literally has me crying, laughing every time I watch it, bro. So I have to share this with the fans. I mean, the list. I don't want to say fans, but the people that listen.
We ain't famous for real yet. Yeah, we ain't famous yet.
I never speak to myself like that. Mm-hmm. But I got to share this with y'all because this just be having me crying, laughing every time I watch it. I post this on Twitter, and the caption said, Taylor Jenkins.
This man already done.
Taylor Jenkins in the mirror when he keep putting Jake and Chidi in the rotation over Jalen Wells, man. Y'all enjoy this because this judge got me crying every time I watch it. I'm sorry.
Say I'm a goofy. I'm a goofy. I love being a goofy. I love being a goofy.
I love being a goofy.
I love being a goofy. I love being a goofy.
Man, I'm sorry. Bro, that joke be having me dying laughing, bro. Like, man, all the camera messing up on us. Bro, I can't stand. If Taylor Jenkins messed this season up, I'm going to find him and I'm going to make him do this dance.
If they, especially if they fire, dude, especially if they fire him. Oh my God.
No, you do this before you get fired.
Before you get fired.
Look, if you ain't on the Diddy tape, you finna get on one of these tapes right here, doing this with your shirt off, Taylor Jenkins, talking about you goofy.
I'm a goofy.
I love being a goofy. Oh, bro. Nah, for real. Don't be a goofy, Taylor Jenkins. Stop, bro. Cut it out while we're ahead, please. For real. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this.
Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
You got one job. Don't mess it up.
Ooh, please.
Yeah, one job.
Oh man, I needed that laugh, boy. Well, that's all I got, bro. I don't have nothing else. I had to get that off my chest. All in all, I'm excited for the season. I'm excited to have Jaren back. I'm excited. I think they said Vince Williams is a little bit ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So we don't have a definitive date yet, but he'll be back soon. Gigi is still rolling around on a scooter and jumping on his foot. That terrifies me every time I see it. But
sit down, Gregory. Sit down, please. Girl, I gotta call you out by your government. That's how you know your mama get mad at you when she call you by your government. Gregory, sit down. Please stop.
I need you back soon, bro. I need you back. So all in all, bro, I'm excited for what this roster is gonna be. Got some minor little cleanups I think they can make to just maximize it, but I'm excited at full health, full strength, with a couple months under their belt. You know, by January we should have a well-oiled machine, bro. So I'm excited. We got opening night coming this week, October 26th, Saturday. If y'all are not there, you are missing out for a treat. And they rocking the white Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys. I can't. Man, it's gonna be a dope night. Yeah,
I need that one.
It's gonna be a dope night in the city for sure, man. So y'all make sure y'all come out, get tickets if you're in the city or you're around town. I plan on being there myself, but yeah, man, that's all I got. Evan, bro, you got anything before we get up out of here, brother?
Well, I do have. Well, it's not really an announcement, but I just want to let because I know y'all was asking what I'll be doing when the season starts. For everyone, well, y'all probably seen Bluff City Media. We are going away from writing primarily. We still be giving articles out. We're not going to completely eradicate writing, but we're shifting a little bit more towards digital space. So, Insider Insights. I know you all expecting me to have my articles, but now we'll be giving Insider Insight short videos. So instead of having articles, we'll have maybe 3 to 5, maybe 10 minutes, really trying to get something to talk about, videos about what's going on during the season. So I feel like it'll be a very pleasurable experience for the audience. You know, just give a little, just you maybe put in the car, you can listen to it if you just working out. If you need to catch up on the game, get our viewpoint, that's where you want to find us. So besides, of course, doing the No Bluffin podcast with my boy Chris, y'all will see me on the Bluff City Media social medias, giving my opinion and insights on the games this season. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited. I feel like that's shout out to Kenny and shout out my guy Perry Sharkey for spearheading this thing. So yeah, shout out everyone that's doing it. Y'all will see the group of people we have. We have a very good group of cats that's doing that. So yeah, y'all put on the lookout for that. That's really it, man. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this season. It's the last pop before the season. We made it through the whole offseason, man. It was hard. We made it through the whole. I feel like we should get a pat on the back for that. Like we made it through the whole off season. Yeah, you muted my guy. I can't hear what you're saying. Oh yeah, give shout out me and Christian. Shout out everybody on the Bluff City Network for making it through the off season. We know it's hard to make contact when not a lot going on. But we had to do it for y'all. But now we got some real stuff to talk about. The nitty-gritty finna start. So we need y'all to keep supporting us and keep tapping in with us. And oh yeah, Chris. Last thing, hey, I know you working out and all that. This is something. This ain't no paid sponsor. This is something that I have to, if everybody get some of y'all this. This is something called Let to Go. Like if y'all working out and you put some of your muscles and all that.
Soul Glow.
Yeah. No, Let to Go. It's called Let to Go. It's called Let to Go. Yeah.
You may be before your time, man. The Soul Glow.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that you talking about. But yeah, we excited for the season, man. Appreciate y'all tapping into those through the off season. Now we can really talk about some real Grizz basketball, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this season. Right, I'm excited to see this podcast because we came to y'all through the middle of last year when the season was all sad and depressing last year. So when we came on the network, we were sick. We were trying to get the energy up to talk about it when everything was sad and all that. So now y'all can see happy Chris and Evan when we actually win games and no one's hurt and all that type of stuff. So I'm excited about it, man. Real talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't get my stuff to work over here for nothing. So yeah, I'm doing stuff a little bootleg. But if y'all don't follow me on Twitter, got something I want to announce as well. The Grind Season After Hours show will be coming exclusively to Twitter/X/ whatever you want to call that social media platform. It's an after hours kind of type show. It's gonna give you kind of nightcap vibes. Where we're gonna just keep it raw and uncut. It's not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be Twitter/X only. So you can follow us on there. It'll be primarily because I know we're gonna have Evan on as a guest for sure. Evan, you gotta be on that jump. But you in college, so we're gonna be on late. We're gonna have you on late talking crazy and whatever else I
got class in the morning, and you gonna have me at 1 o'clock in the morning talking crazy.
Yeah.
So
I probably have a cup of something with me, some kind of drink of my choice. Anthony saying I don't know what he's gonna have on his side, so I'll leave that to him.
Crazy. We ain't no telling what Saying gonna have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it won't be every game. It won't be after every game. It's gonna be maybe once or twice a week. Where we pop on, just like I said, late night, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, if not even later than that central time. Maybe just pop on randomly, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock one night. You never know. But it'll definitely be raw and uncut, some fun that we want to add to the Grizzly fan base, the content space. We put a poll out there a while ago, and y'all really gravitated to it. And so we want to give y'all what y'all want. So appreciate y'all support. It's coming really, really soon. Probably have an episode out on X on the Bluff City Media page sometime this week. So y'all stay on lock for that. Like I said, we'll have certain guests come through. Evan to definitely be one. But yeah, just something new for y'all to kind of tap into, man. So y'all stay tuned, stay locked in for that for sure. I hate when it does this. But anyway,
flip-flopping and stuff.
That's all we got, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. We'll be back next week for some more information, which will really break down the start of the Grizzlies season. I'm excited.
Hey, we could do like we predict. It's the last. We could predict our record for next week. We could do that. Hey, you want to do that real quick?
How many games we got, bro? Come on, let's do it.
We got the Jazz on the 23rd, and then we got the Rockets on the 25th, and then the Magic on the 26th. We got 3 games this week. We got 3 games before we record again. We got 3 games. We got the Jazz opener on Wednesday, the Rockets, and then the Magic. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
I'm going 3-0, bro. Y'all got me messed up because you want to know what? Yeah. Utah, I'm not worried about it at all. They're rebuilding. If we lose to them, I'm mad. I'm just gonna say that I'm mad. I don't care if it's at home. If they're home, I'm mad. Houston, Dylan Brooks, I ain't forgot. Well, I know I ain't the only one.
We got smoke coming. Yeah.
Them boys back. It's primarily 12. So yeah, you can come over and try to defend him. I've been waiting to see that. Oh my God. Yeah, come play the same defense on Ja. That's gonna be a dub. And at home, the season opener at the Grindhouse, bro, with the brand new Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys on.
Vancouver court too.
Come on, dog. 3-0. 3-0. That's what I'm predicting. That's just me. What you got?
Yeah, I got 3-0 too. I feel like that Magic game is gonna be competitive. It's gonna be a very good game because the Magic coming off a good season. Paolo Banchero, I feel like is gonna be one of the stars of this league in the next 2-3 years. I feel they have a Jalen Suggs. I love his game. But I feel like out of all the games, that's going to give us the hardest. But of course, I still got us winning. But yeah, I think Jazz going to be an easy W just to kind of knock the cobwebs off everybody playing. The Rockets, we're going to be fueled up for that one. 12 and Dez, they're going to be surgical with DB. They're going to be playing tag team like DX, Brothers of Destruction, Kane, The Undertaker. Whatever tag team you liked growing up, they're going to be them times 1,000. But yeah, the home opener against the Magic, I feel that's gonna go down to the wire. Yeah, 3-0. 3-0. That's what I'm calling that too. 3-0. We need to start doing this back again, man. Predicting our record for the week. We need to start doing because after then we got the Bulls and the Nets and the Bucks and the Sixers and the Lakers and Wizards. Yeah, we got our first game is the Lakers on the 13th. Then we got a lot of games to the group stage. That's November 15th. We got about a good month of basketball before we get to the play-in and all. Not the play-in.
Bro, we might go 15-0, bro.
Hey, you never know. The Bucks gonna be a tough game, You see, got the 76ers, the Lakers are always the Lakers, Hey.
13-0. I ain't gonna say that. We get the
13-0. Yeah, we get
Denver might be a shootout. Hey, but they that's at home though. Back to back. That's weird. Why would they do that?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Anyway,
playing 2 home. What? That's really that. Yeah, November. That's like some baseball type stuff. Doing a home, but you staying at home.
Yeah, and then we got
that's all like.
And then we play what's the name right after that, which I hope that they got a back to back. He said he's not playing no back to back. So hopefully Embiid ain't playing.
And then we got the Bulls again. Hey, anyway, we'll talk about it. We get to it. We damn near at hour 45 now.
Yep.
So yeah, appreciate y'all. Y'all tap in for it because y'all will be seeing more of us outside of this channel. Clearly, as y'all can see. So we giving y'all more Chris and Evan. Y'all, we asking y'all to like, share, and tell your friends about it. Share it with your mama, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your dog walkers, cousins, and all of them. Just
your side junk, all of them.
Everywhere. Just type in with everybody. So we'll keep giving y'all fire content. It's gonna be fun.
I don't do no smoking, bro. I'm sorry, but my acid reflux don't let me do none of that, brother. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No sir. Can't do that.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a safe week, a blessed week, a good week. You do something to make you feel good. It makes you happy this week, and we'll catch y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. And as always, go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.